So I know you all are loving my homemade ice cream recipe videos, and today is going to be no exception because we are making blueberry lemon ice cream. And I gotta say, I make a lot of flavors. I make a lot of ice cream. I used to own an ice cream shop, so I know how to do all the things really well. And when I served blueberry lemon in my ice cream shop, we only served it for 1 week a year. It was very special. I've replicated that recipe, made it at home, and my husband and I literally were licking the ice cream out of this tub. That is how good this flavor is. So I'm going to teach you how to make blueberry lemon ice cream step by step. But in order to do that, you've got to have the ice cream maker attachment for your stand mixer. I know that my recipes can be adapted to the Ninja Creamy, so you'll have to kind of do the conversions yourself. But I'll tell you, if you have a KitchenAid stand mixer, this is some of the best money I have ever spent buying this ice cream maker. The ice cream is so delicious. I'm making a new flavor almost every single week. So to get started on the blueberry lemon ice cream, first we need to make a blueberry puree, and this is super important. If you try to put whole fresh blueberries into ice cream, you're not going to get good results. The skins on the blueberries are going to turn black in the freezer. It's going to look really yucky, and you're not going to have blue ice cream. You're going to have vanilla ice cream with some dark, yucky looking chunks in it. So the blueberry puree is what you have to do first. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get to making ice cream. So to get started with your blueberry lemon ice cream, put a small saucepan on the stovetop over kind of medium to high heat. Put in 2 cups of fresh blueberries, a half a cup of water, a half a cup of regular sugar, and juice from a half of a lemon. Stir this together really well, and you want to bring this up to a boil. So as this is cooking, you're going to see that the liquid in the saucepan starts to turn blue. Then the blueberries are going to start to burst open, and then everything is going to kind of get a little bit frothy. Don't worry about that. It'll go away. But you want to make sure that you simmer your blueberries for about 10 minutes because you want all the blueberries to have burst open. See how soft my blueberries are? You want them to have burst open so that you are not dealing with tough skin. So see how my saucepan now is mainly liquid and not full whole blueberries? This is perfect. So turn the heat off, and I use a potato smasher. I just kind of smash and squish around in the saucepan to make sure that the majority of the blueberry skins are squished up or smashed or torn apart. I just don't want to have big pieces of blueberry skins in my ice cream. This is what it should look like. Absolutely perfect. And the smell, oh my goodness, it smells so sweet, and you can smell that lemon, and this is delicious. So to another saucepan over low heat, I'm going to add 1 1/4 cups of half and half cream. And to a bowl, regular bowl on my stand mixer, add 2/3 of a cup of sugar and 5 egg yolks. You want to mix them together just for a minute or two until it is totally smooth and the entire mixture is yellow. Once the half and half cream that's on your stovetop starts to get warm and you can see steam coming off of it, slowly pour it into your egg and sugar mixture, and do this very slowly. You don't want to scramble your eggs, and let that mixture continue to stir around for a couple minutes. You want everything to be well incorporated, and it's going to be light yellow at this point. Put your saucepan back on the stovetop, very low heat, and pour that mixture into the saucepan. You're only going to heat this for about a minute or so because all the ingredients were already warm. We just want to get them just a little bit warmer. When you see steam coming off your mixture, turn off the heat and remove your pan. Have a large mixing bowl at the side. Pour that mixture into a mixing bowl, and to it add a pinch of salt, add 2 tablespoons of really good vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of Kahlua. And again, the Kahlua just adds great depth of flavor. If you want to leave it out, you can absolutely do so. And then to that mixture, add in a half of a cup of your blueberry puree. Give it a little stir, and we're going to add more of the blueberry puree into the churning ice cream. So we're just going to add a little bit at this point, and add to your bowl 1¼ cups of heavy whipping cream. Stir that around, let it sit on your countertop for about 10 or 15 minutes until it starts to cool down. Cover it and put it in your refrigerator. Store the remainder of the blueberry puree in a small dish. Also, put that in your refrigerator. So after you've made your ice cream base, I like to put it in the refrigerator overnight. You can do it for a couple hours, but the ice cream, the liquid ice cream, needs to be completely chilled all the way through. If your ice cream is even sort of warm, it is not going to churn properly. So I actually make my base, keep it in the fridge overnight, and then churn it the following day. My favorite form of ice cream has some texture to it, a little bit of crunch. I like the feel of having ingredients in my mouth, not just pure silky ice cream. So blueberry lemon is pure and silky blueberry flavored ice cream. It has a little bit of that citrus punch from lemon that we're going to put in it, and also the secret ingredient is lemon Oreos. I just love a cake or cookie or something like that in the ice cream. If you have never tried lemon Oreos, trust me, you will be addicted. But they're going to go in this ice cream along with a couple other great ingredients that are just going to make this ice cream something that is going to blow your mind. So when you make ice cream at home, it is crucial that you have a great ice cream tub. This one is double insulated, double walled, and it's the perfect shape inside to hold sometimes one recipe of ice cream. I actually have 2 of these same tubs because some flavor recipes are too much. It's going to overflow the tub, so I put the extra in here. So I have 2 tubs of ice cream. But the shape of this tub is perfect for using my favorite ice cream scoop. And this scoop, the way it's designed, when you run it through the ice cream, your scoops come out in perfectly formed round scoops. They're just gorgeous. So all of my favorite ice cream making accessories will be linked below in the description box, along with some of the options for my favorite ice cream bowls. So now it's the next day. I'm going to make ice cream, and I'm going to drop my KitchenAid ice cream maker attachment onto my stand mixer. It comes with the 2 little pieces and parts that you need to drop the churner into the bowl. Super easy to put together. Here is a tip. Make sure your stand mixer is on low. It's on the stir feature before you start pouring in your ice cream batter. If you don't have it going, when the ice cream hits the inside of that ice cream maker, it is super cold. It's going to seize up. It's going to freeze. So you want it churning, and just very slowly pour it in. Let your ice cream churn for a couple of minutes. Have your blueberry puree ready at the side and some lemon Oreos. Put them in a little Ziploc baggie, kind of pound them with a meat mallet so that they're crumbles. And about 2 minutes into the churning process, see how slowly I'm just kind of dripping that blueberry puree into the ice cream? You don't want big chunks. You don't want it to seize up your mixture, but you want ribbons of blueberry puree to be in your ice cream. So I'm probably putting in maybe 2 tablespoons. And the ice cream, as it churns, expands. It will grow. It will start to take over the bowl. About 4 or so minutes into the churning process, before your ice cream starts to get too thick, that's when you want to add in your lemon Oreos. If you wait until your ice cream is thick, the maker's not going to be able to churn your Oreos in. So just very slowly, crumble by crumble, just put a little of these Oreos in, and don't put them all in. We're going to use some at the end when we put it in the ice cream tub. So just little dabs here and there. Let the churner have time to catch up after you've dropped in the cookies. And I decided to go ahead and put in about another tablespoon or so of the blueberry puree. Just eyeball this, do what you think looks right. But no, when this goes into the insulated tub, we are going to be layering both ingredients into the ice cream, so there's no need to overdo during the churning process. You can see the ice cream is starting to overtake my ice cream tub. It's at the top. with every circle of the churner, it's lining the top of the bowl. So this is the point you want to stop the churning. So get your ice cream tub ready, pull that middle piece out of the ice cream, and make sure that you use a silicone scraper to get every bit of that ice cream off. You don't want to waste any of this. This stuff is like gold. So use your scraper, get the churner totally clean. Then with a spoon, we're going to start layering everything into our ice cream tub. So I'm going to put about 3 or 4 big hooping spoonfuls of ice cream into my tub and kind of spread it out just slightly. And then I'm going to drizzle on a little bit of the blueberry puree and a very healthy sprinkle of lemon Oreos. This is up to you. If you don't like the texture, you can use less Oreos. We actually love the texture. I love a crunchy cookie or cake in my ice cream, so I'm going to use a lot of lemon Oreos. And I'm just going to repeat this process 3 times over. So you have the bottom layer, a middle layer, and the top layer, which is going to be at the very top of your insulated tub. This lemon blueberry ice cream did make more than my tub could handle. I had my second tub at the side and made sure that I put the excess in there. So we had about a tub and a half really. You can see there's a little lip on this ice cream tub. You don't want to go higher than the lip because when you put the lid on, it's going to squish your ice cream out everywhere. But to make sure that you have plenty of blueberry puree and lemon Oreos, I like to do the ice cream in 3 separate layers. Make sure that you drizzle the top of your ice cream really well because this is what you're going to see every time you get the tub out to serve it. I love a gorgeous, good-looking ice cream where you can see all the ingredients on the top. I cannot wait to dig into this. Then I'm going to pop the lid on tight and store this in my freezer. I like for my ice cream to be in the freezer at least 4 hours before I serve it. And this blueberry lemon ice cream will keep a very soft, creamy consistency. Even if it is in the freezer for days or even up to a week, it's still going to be soft and easy to run your scooper through. So that extra blueberry puree that you have left over, just keep it in your refrigerator. I actually like to top my blueberry lemon ice cream with it, almost like you would put a syrup on your ice cream. And one little side note, if you like a good margarita, I have the perfect recipe for a so delicious blueberry lemon margarita. It's in my margarita drink book that's available for download. It's a digital cookbook with 10 delicious margarita recipes, one of them being blueberry lemon. I'll put the link to that drink book down below in the description box. So now that your ice cream is ready, it is time for the taste test. Get you a big scoop. Put it in a cute little ice cream bowl, drizzle it with some blueberry puree if you want to, and just dig right in. This is an absolutely delicious, fresh, light, perfect summertime ice cream that I just know you are going to fall in love with. Look at that ribbon of blueberry puree in there and the cookies. It is a sight. This is a showstopper, and I hope you love it. You can thank me in the comments and let me know how much you loved this ice cream recipe. My husband is not a huge fruit and ice cream person, but we stuffed our faces with this ice cream. We could not get enough of this blueberry lemon flavor. I think it might be one of my very favorite flavors until I made the next batch of ice cream, which was key lime pie, and I don't know, it's a toss-up. They were both so fantastic. So that key lime pie recipe will be out very soon. I hope you make blueberry lemon and love it as much as we did. And I'll see you in the kitchen real soon.